Jones is unquestionably the most important player on the Chiefs defense. Over the last 5 seasons, the Chiefs lead the NFL in pressure rate when Jones is on the field. However, when he's on the sideline, Kansas City ranks in the bottom 5 of the league in that category. I don't know if he's giving them these same numbers, but he should be. I'm not even sure he needs to because, Bill, we know how important he is. How concerning is Chris Jones' absence to you?
Laura, it's particularly important in this exact matchup because of what the Lions have on the offensive line. This is one of the best offensive lines in football, and particularly one of the best tackle groups.
Could not agree more. I think the depth on that Chiefs defensive line behind Chris Jones is a concern for a litany of reasons. The offensive line, which Bill alluded to, the scheme, the players who are very good at picking up yards after the catch. They were an offense you did not want to blitz. So if I was Kansas City, that is not a plan I would go to. You really hope Chris Jones is on the field, though, because outside of him, that is not a 4-man rush that I would put near the top of the NFL by any measure.
Yeah, Laura, I feel like Chris Jones should just send a screenshot of that graphic that you just introduced where it shows how productive he is and what the Chiefs look like without him, and just text that to Veach because that's his leverage.
Chris, if you're watching, here you go. Chris Jones had 15.5 sacks last season. No other Chiefs player had more than 6 sacks. That's less than half for anybody calculating at home. All right, to the Chiefs' opponent for next week's opener, the Lions. They had one of the worst defenses in the NFL last season, especially when it came to defending the pass. Detroit allowed the highest QBR and the second most yards per pass attempt in the NFL. As a result, the Lions revamped their secondary during the offseason. They'll have 3 new starters, and that doesn't even include rookie Brian Branch, who a lot of us are excited about out of Alabama. He's the versatile defensive back. The Lions drafted him in the 2nd round. But, Bill, what are your expectations for this new-look, revamped secondary for these Lions?
Laura, you used the exact word I think matters most here, and that's versatility in terms of what they can present to opposing offenses. So now you have these 3 players who can all line up in different places before the snap, do different things after the snap, and that's going to be critical for the Lions in this game because they're going to have to confuse Patrick Mahomes. You can't stop the Chiefs, but if you can slow Mahomes down after the snap for a second with his post-snap processing, give him something he's not expecting, maybe you can limit them, maybe create some opportunities for your pass rush to create sacks.
Much like Bill, I really like the additions that the Lions made in their secondary this offseason because of that versatility he alluded to, which I think will be tremendously helpful if the Chiefs come out as they did last season with 2 or even 3 tight ends on the field. They have a lot of players who I think match up well with those tight ends. It's always hard to say someone matches up well with Travis Kelce, but they've got the bodies. One thing about this Chiefs offense, Laura, is, and this I think I would really point to the last year as being an evolution. If you have a bad run defense, they will run the ball on you. They are not afraid to ground and pound, and they have the offensive line in the backs to do so, which is very interesting to say about a unit with Patrick Mahomes, of course, at quarterback. So that's something I would be worried about in this matchup if I was Detroit, and something I expect the Chiefs to try to exploit.
Yeah, other teams are like, it isn't enough to just have Patrick Mahomes and, all these weapons that seemingly every year there's somebody who pops out who's really good other than Travis Kelce. But then also you can run the football. Okay, cool, Chiefs. We see you.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.